It's been slightly over 4 years since the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, and still, we have yet to see any confirmation of story DLC for the game. Sure, in its place, Rockstar's been giving us a bounty of free online content, but a large portion of the GTA community, including myself, are ready for something bigger. Just look at The Lost and Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony, and even Red Dead Redemption's Undead Nightmare. If any company should be making story DLC, it's Rockstar. The only question now is what new tale could be told inside the world of Los Santos. Well, I've had 4 years to think about it, so I might as well give it a shot. This is Mr. Saints Godzilla 21, and today we're taking a look at my top 5 ideas for story DLC in Grand Theft Auto 5. Please keep in mind that these are only my ideas, therefore most likely random gibberish. Well anyways, let's get started. If you're familiar with the North Yankton glitch back from 2013, then you already know how much potential Rockstar has wasted with this massive and hardly used location they created. Throughout the campaign, you only visit this location twice. Even then, you're so preoccupied with the missions, you only get to see maybe 20% of the total map. Anyways, I believe making a new story DLC that takes place in North Yankton would be a serious breath of fresh air for the game. The foundation is already there, Rockstar would only have to flesh it out a bit. For the DLC story, it could take place before the main game where we'd see Michael and Trevor's original bromance. It would follow the events that lead up to the first bank heist, and we would see the circumstances that lead Michael to compromise it. The third playable character could be Trevor's friend and hired gun Brad, and the game could dip into his backstory. Now, I know we're talking about single player, but this DLC could also benefit online if Rockstar made North Yankton a multiplayer area. Just thinking about that old online glitch makes me yearn to return to North Yankton. If there's any request I constantly hear for GTA, it's zombies. We already know what Rockstar can do with a zombie DLC, we just need it for Grand Theft Auto. The DLC story could take place any time after the 3 protagonists meet, but just before the end. Like the original Undead Nightmare, there would of course be undead and human survivors across the map. Instead of the 4 horses of the apocalypse, it would be 4 cars, all with unique and awesome abilities. There would have to be multiple types of zombies to keep the game from becoming stale. Just have some zombies that spit acid, take more bullets and sprint, and you'll be set. For unique creatures, there's an opportunity here to add underwater beasts like the Loch Ness Monster, Megalodon, and other mythical monsters. For new undead slaying weapons, I would add anything from cult classic zombie films. The boomstick, nail bat, crossbow, and you can't have a zombie DLC without the chainsaw. Something that's been long overdue in a Grand Theft Auto game is having a playable female protagonist. Personally, I feel Paige Harris would be an excellent character to play and build on in a story DLC. The story could take place after the main game and follow Paige and 2 other heist members like Packy and Gustavo. Have them preparing to pull off another heist, all while dealing with hazardous personal problems. Now, I know it may not sound like the most original idea, but pump it up with Ballad of Gay Tony level moments, weapons, and vehicles, then you have a DLC worth buying. For the longest time before Rockstar stuck to making content only for GTA Online, they seemed to hint at an Alien expansion. I mean, just look at all the extraterrestrial references and Easter eggs spread around the game. Anyhow, my idea for an Alien DLC wouldn't take place at the beginning of an invasion, rather a few months later after they've conquered Los Santos. The city and most of Blaine County would be under occupation while Michael, Franklin, and Trevor would try to survive against the ever so growing threat. Weapons and vehicles in a DLC like this could be completely over the top. Just think of all the ray guns, tactical smart missiles, phase plasma pulse rifles, and sonic electronic ball breakers. Nukes, knives, sharp sticks, the possibilities are mouth-watering. Of course, you would also need pilotable UFOs and some type of probe weapon. It's just a time-honored trait that any open-world game with aliens has those 2 things. Back before Grand Theft Auto 5's release, gamers believed that this would be the OG game that finally topped the iconic San Andreas. Though when GTA 5 did eventually come out, it only gave us a glimpse of the GTA we always wanted. Well, Lamars Adventures would be the answer to that Dream Gang experience. The story would follow Lamar after the events of the main game as he tries to bring the old Grove fam back to its original power. Fan favorite features would return from San Andreas like gang wars, recruiting homies, and other such iconic things. Before the Doomsday Heist was announced, I was gonna mention that this DLC would have been perfect to reintroduce the jetpack. Like San Andreas, there could have been a mission where you sneak into the military base and steal it. For vehicles, there could be a few new fast cars, but really, Rockstar would only have to add Benny's workshop to the story mode. As for everything else, like new weapons and clothes, I can't think of much except to make them as gangster as possible. If Rockstar would do all that, then you would have the greatest DLC to ever come to Grand Theft Auto 5. Well everyone, I hope you've enjoyed some of my ideas for story DLC in Grand Theft Auto 5. If you'd like to share some of your own ideas, please post them in the comments below. Like always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.